YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Father Dark. I just want to start the video off by saying Happy New Year's to everybody. I hope you, if you made any resolutions, if that's your thing, I hope you're getting them all situated and taken care of. I hope everybody's starting the new year off right, positive, good mindset, happy, healthy, all that good stuff. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and jump into it. So Marvel Rivals dropped their, I guess you could call it like their teaser promo image or whatever for, the characters that are going to be coming out with the new season. And I guess they said they were going to be doing like a little promotional video for it, or, one of their introductory videos, whatever they said they were going to be doing. Nonetheless, though, I think we all kind of knew, if you didn't know, well, they're going to be releasing the Fantastic Four. But I think the thing that a lot of people weren't expecting was that they were going to be releasing, the whole family. We got all four characters that'll be coming. We got Reed, the Thing, Sue Storm, the Human Torch. So, I actually think that they're really headed in the right direction with this game. I haven't seen anything so far that's made me kind of be turned off by the game. It seems like they're really working on, character balancing and releasing these characters, in a very timely fashion. They had the season 0 or whatever. I feel like that, with the Jeff event, different things like that. It seems like they're definitely putting a lot of time and energy into this game, and it wasn't kind of just one of those situations where, the game came out, they're like, hey, let's grab some money real quick and then just kind of be like, whatever. It seems like they really have some longevity for this game, and especially with the amount of popularity that it's gotten and the amount of people that are playing it. I know they got plenty of data that's showing them, especially where you have whole entire channels, like myself, where this was I can't even say predominantly Warzone and Call of Duty channel. It was pretty much only a Call of Duty channel, and now Call of Duty has definitely taken a back seat, and that's kind of their own doing, but nonetheless, though, still, the game itself is I have to admit, it's an addictive, it's just extremely fun game. Like I've said many times, I am not a hero shooter guy. I'm still kind of figuring out my way like everybody else, finding my mains and all that kind of stuff, learning all the different characters and how to set up against different teams and all that kind of stuff. Nonetheless, though, I'm really seeing good things for this game, and I'm really excited for the future of it. Nonetheless, though, let's kind of talk about like the characters now. I don't think that they have confirmed. I may be wrong, and like let me know in the comments if I am, but like I haven't seen them release anything officially that said what they're doing with the characters. Everything that I've pretty much seen, it's been people kind of like just data mining and stuff like that to let us know like what the different characters are, what their abilities are going to be, and all that kind of stuff. So the only things that I know are like kind of like just hearsay through the grapevine kind of deals. But and I think what I'm going to do is kind of like speculate. But like I said, the only character that I know that I think is pretty much 99% sure what they're going to be is that Sue Storm is going to be a healer. I can't remember if I've seen anything on like her abilities and stuff like that. I think that the only person that I've seen for sure abilities and stuff was Reed, and I'm pretty sure he's probably going to be a DPS character. Now, he could be a tank, but I think he's going to be DPS. The only reason that I say that is because it seems like they're kind of putting more energy into having numerous DPS characters versus tanks and healers and stuff like that. So, I would assume that Reed and the Human Torch will more than likely be DPS characters, and just kind of, just using common sense, I'm thinking that the Thing will probably be a tank character, and then Sue will more than likely be a healer. And, we already know whenever there's a game like this and, they release new characters, people are going to be fighting over which one to use and stuff. So, there's that. But in regards to abilities and stuff, I think they said that Reed was going to basically be able to like absorb damage. Like he'd be able to like spread himself out and absorb damage and then project it back onto, the enemy or whatever. And I can't remember what else they said, if there was any abilities that they said specifically, but there was a few things that I had read, and like I said, you got to take that kind of stuff with like a grain of salt, simply because people are just data mining. Some people are just going to start throwing stuff out there for content and saying, well, oh yeah, well this is what it's going to be, just trying to kind of like look at other characters and how their abilities work and stuff like that. So, but there's no way for us to know officially, obviously, until they release something about it. Nonetheless, though, I'm really excited for the new season and to see how they, how they set these characters up and stuff, and how it does in regards to, the team dynamics and all that kind of stuff. I'm really hoping that the Human Torch is not just like Iron Man, but with flames, though. So, and I'm also curious to see, too, who's going to be getting, the seasonal buffs and stuff like that, if they're going to make any drastic changes to characters that just kind of don't really serve a purpose at the moment, kind of like Storm. No offense, I love Storm. She's one of my top 5 favorite X-Men of all time, but I just feel like she needs a massive rework to be useful. I think I met one Storm that went crazy in a game, and I think he was probably just hiding up in the sky somewhere behind a beam and just just taking pop shots at people the whole entire game, picking them off and stuff. So, but yeah, besides that though, I've yet to see a Storm that actually was about that life. And it's not any fault to the player. It's just that's an extremely hard character to make relevant with their current kit. So, there's that. But yeah, like I said though, I think today, which is the 3rd, they're actually releasing 2 skins for one's for Squirrel Girl, one's for Moon Knight. And I think those are going to be like theme for the, like the Chinese New Year or whatever it is, like the dragon thing. I don't know if that's exactly what that has to do with, but that was kind of like the vibe that I was getting. Nonetheless, though, let me know in the comments like what you guys think, what who you're excited for, what you want to see from the game. If you're liking it, if you're having issues and problems, what those are, what you're thinking about it. But yeah, the next video that I do will be covering the Squid Games update for Call of Duty. And that will be happening later today. I'm recording this video at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So if you're seeing it at any time past that, you can probably go ahead and check the page. I'll pretty much in the afternoon, as soon as that update drops, I'll be, dropping content on it to see what's good with that. It looks like they're actually trying to, put some life back into the game, but we'll see though. Nonetheless though, I'll still be dropping plenty of content on Rivals and stuff like that. So, but yeah, just let me know in the comments like what you guys think about the game, if you've been enjoying it, not so much, whatever, everything in between. Let me know if there's any information that you guys have that I'm not privy to in regards to the Fantastic Four and their abilities and stuff. But yeah. And the other thing I was thinking about too, just kind of a random little thing before I end the video, I do think it's really interesting. I had read something before in regards to Fortnite, and they were talking about how Disney, I have to find the article and maybe I'll do a separate video on it later, but I just remember Disney was talking about how they wanted to start like a whole kind of like Marvel universe within, and not even just, I don't even think it's just like with Marvel, because you have to think like Disney owns Marvel and Star Wars and probably a bunch of other properties and stuff that I'm not even thinking of right now, but they were basically just saying they wanted to really expand a lot of the stuff that they have going on through video games, particularly Fortnite, because they've already been doing so many, different bundles and skins and stuff like that with Fortnite and having, different events and stuff. I remember, they did like a premiere for one of the Star Wars movies, like in the game. And I'm sure since I've stopped playing it that they've had a bunch of other like, crazy stuff that they've done in regards to, their IPs and stuff. And now that they have their own game, I think it's going to get really interesting. I mean, they've had their own games, but you know what I mean? Like there's an actual like live service game that people are actually really into collectively as in regards to the gaming community. So I think it's going to be really interesting because I don't think that it's any coincidence that they're doing the Fantastic Four. And we're leading up to the release of the new Fantastic Four movie. I don't know exactly when it comes out, but I'm pretty sure it comes out at some point this year. I think it's like later in the year or something. But there's so many like ways that they can start implementing a lot of the stuff that's going to be happening in movies and different things, and just kind of be like, here, we have our own game. We don't have to go through Fortnite or any of these other people. Not that they'll stop, more than likely, because that's just free money for them, I'm sure. But still, though, they have so many different ways that they can present things and show off things, and with the little comics that they have like in the game, and So I think it's really interesting, and as a fan of all these properties and stuff, I'm really excited to see what they're gonna, if they do it correctly. I think it can be a really cool kind of in between, kind of like how they've started really getting into making TV shows in between movies, like, so you don't have to necessarily do so much explaining about things. It's just kind of like, oh well, this is what happened in between this movie, and we had a like, a 2-season show or whatever that came out that explained it all, or whatever the case may be. So that's just a random thought that I was having. How video games are also kind of becoming like this medium for like the entertainment industry in regards to like movies and TV shows and stuff like that. A lot of stuff that we're all kind of into in regards to pop culture. So I think it's really interesting though. But like I said, I don't think it's any coincidence that they're doing the Fantastic Four right now, and probably pretty soon they're going to release a trailer, etc. for the movie, which I'm also really excited to see how they kind of do all that. The same way that they were doing like Doom and building all that up, and we're gonna have Doom as the main villain in the Fantastic Four. Actually, I don't know if I don't think he's gonna be the main villain in the Fantastic Four. I think it's more like we're kind of like, it's more like a preface to the whole new like Avengers, the multiple movies they'll have coming out, that'll be featuring Doom. I think that's just kind of like our build up to him and seeing him and stuff with Robert Downey Jr., which is just going to be interesting in its own, simply because obviously we're going to have Iron Man playing Doctor Doom, or at least the same actor. I mean, but nonetheless, though. So I think the main villain though for Fantastic Four is going to be Galactus. Pretty sure. I know he's definitely in the movie at some point in time. He was in the trailer that leaked online, if anybody had saw that, and it's not really like that's a secret, but still though, without us like actually seeing a full-on actual trailer, it's not like we really know like who the main villain is. So, but nonetheless though, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up though. We're coming up on the 11-minute mark, so that's really all I had to say about that. Just kind of, just put my ideas out there and thoughts and opinions and stuff, and feel free to go ahead and let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking. Are you excited for the Fantastic Four, the movie? What are your guys' thoughts on Marvel and Disney, etc., all that kind of stuff, and what they're doing? But I'll catch you guys in the next one.